big mistake. Welcome back to another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. All right. Let's, somebody's calling, but I can't answer it because I'm recording right now. So we'll get back to him. I've been busy. I've been on the road a lot. I put over 2,000 miles on that road glide in 2 weeks. One, I had a trip down to Savannah, Georgia. That's about 1,200 miles round trip. And then I just got back Sunday from a trip to northeastern Georgia. And that was right around 600 miles. So I'm not getting a lot of time to film. I'm having to have some of these videos in my back pocket and drop them when I can. But I need to get the David Man bike out. And I hope my air conditioner's not so loud it's coming up on the camera, but I need to get my David Man bike out. And I need to go through a few things on it. It's not a springtime checklist because I live in the South and our riding season's year round. And I'm constantly checking all these things on my motorcycles that you should be checking. But I'm gonna get it out, see if it'll fire up pretty easy. Hopefully it will. Probably not since I'm filming it. Get it on the lift, run through a checklist on it, because I got something real special coming up for it. It's something real special for the road glide. And I'm running out of time, so today is my day to do it, and that's what y'all about to see me do. Oh, by the way, everybody that caught my last video, Prison Story Time with Hippie and Shovelhead, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Just some of the shit that I used to have to live through in my other life. So there you go. S&S has an enrichener on it, so as soon as you fire it up, you cut that enrichener off, and you warm it up just with the throttle. But I only run one throttle cable, so I can hold my throttle open on its own. That, folks, is how you put a bike with a foot clutch on a lift. Of course, my strap will be knotted up. That'd be like Hippie's Chopper Corner, ain't it? Oh, old sketchy ass shit that dude does. I don't even know why I tuned into this damn channel. Dude's a train wreck. But yeah, man, that video that I did when I was telling an old prison story, hell, it did 2,000 views, man. Got me like, I think I got like 60 new subscribers just from that video. Good enough. In case you're wondering, I have to use that ramp right there to get this one on the lift because it has a 2 under front end on it, so it makes it really low. So creates a little bit of work just having to stand this up and put it back up. And for everybody that says it's hard to hear me when I get away from the camera, I have bought a microphone. But I wanted to show y'all this. I had a lot of people in my comments hated the way I'd mounted my rear fender, and I hated it too. This bike gave me so many problems when I was building it that I just got to that stage, and I don't recommend anybody do this, where you just say, F it, man, it's good enough. Because it ain't good enough. And it won't be good enough. It won't be good enough after you spent an ass load of money to get a sissy bar that you handmade, chrome, and get a fender custom painted. No, it's not good enough. Do it right. So that being said, I went through and I spaced it out right here because the fender was too far down. It was almost touching. It needs to follow the radius of that tire, which it does it a lot better now. But the reason I was fighting doing it is because I had to cut this mount off, and I've just got it tacked right now because when I was tacking it, I realized the battery in my welding hood had died, so I was blind by the time I got it done. But I did that. I got the motor out right now. Oh, here's why. I don't know why my light was shorting out. That I got to figure out, unless I was just coming loose from my ground right here, because I was hooked up to the brake switch. This wire goes down to the brake pressure switch. This wire goes to that circuit breaker right there. That's why you'll see me in the video reach in here and rattle that when I realize the light's not on. Well, that ain't the problem. The problem was right here. The ground had broke loose where I had it grounded to the sissy bar. What's up, D? But I had to take the sissy bar all the way off, change that mount, reconfigure that. But when I took the motor out, I took it out because the front head is stripped where the spark plug goes in. And I guess it was almost stripped when I got it. It's always tightened up just fine. I tightened them up all the way by hand, so that I know I didn't do it. Well, the last time I fired it up, it blew that plug plumb out of it. And the plug hit the wall and landed on the concrete. And I wasn't thinking about it first when I first looked at it, because I had just adjusted these push rods. And I thought, oh shit, I got that adjustment out of whack. I done kissed the piston. And I'm like, no, you dumbass, you closed the gap up when it hit the concrete over here, dummy. But anyway, I got to put a helicoil in the front head, so I got to take the head off for that. And I realized the back head actually has a helicoil already in it, but that helicoil is not completely seated down in the head, so it was stopping that spark plug from completely seating down in the hole. Those are long reach heads, the long reach plugs on those heads. Those are later market head. No, they might be short reach plugs. I can't remember. But anyway, the strap on the plug wasn't getting down in the combustion chamber far enough. That's why I was running lean back here. I'm chasing down freaking jets in the carburetor and shit, which I did bump it up to a 31. I need to drop it down to a 295 and go back to a 68 on the main. A lot of guys say 70 on the main for a stock, but everything I've researched on it, people say 68's better on the stock motor. But anyway, that's where I'm at with this one. Got the brake fixed finally. This new brake setup I got, they make a spacer for that wheel that'll space your rotor out a little bit, because when I had it in there, it was just too tight. So I spaced that rotor out a little bit, and now she freely stops and freely lets go. So we're good on that. So, and it's 85 degrees in here, and Junior decides he wants to come in here and lay in the floor. Get him, boy. Skid him. Get him, boy. Man, you ain't finna get nothing but a treat, are you? But I got a few things I need to do to this dude. Damn. I got glasses in every pocket. I'm blind as a bat. Them's better right there. There we go. I'm like Fred Sanford. I got a drawer full of glasses. First time I've cut my AC on this year. In here. I'm gonna pause y'all, man. Y'all ain't gotta sit there and watch all that. All right. Now we're back in action. Few things I need to do is I'm gonna clean my plugs, double check my gap. I want to check my oil. I want to check the voltage on my battery. Check my tire pressure. So out of the 4, well, I've got 5 choppers. I don't always count that Honda, that CB750 over there, although it is a little chopper bobber. I don't ride it. It needs work. But the teal bike, old school tread front tire. My pan head, old school tread front tire. This wheel, old school tread front tire. Of course, spool hub, no front brake. I got a modern tire on this one. I think it's a Kenda, actually. No, it's a Shinko. And I'm just gonna run it till it wears out, even though I want a different tire. I'm cheap and I ain't gonna spend the money until it's time to get a different tire. But I run whatever pressure that it calls for. But in the back, I don't go by that 10 pounds less in the front. I run about 18 pounds in that back tire right there. And I always have. Every hardtail I've ever had, I run 18 to 20 pounds. And all the old school guys that I know run the same thing. So that's what I do. So check my oil, check my voltage, go through, make sure things are tight. You know, I don't got anything coming loose on me. All of that stuff. But if you guys like that prison story, let me know in the comments. Let me know down in the comments, and I'll do another one. Maybe once a month. I'll tell a story like that. So, I mean, for those of you that don't know, I went to prison 3 different times, starting back in the early 90s. So I got a lot of stories I can tell. I don't have a shortage of stories, I know that. Is that a 1/2 inch? I've been struggling with putting the king queen seat on that bike. You guys look at that and tell me what y'all think. I think that seat looks pretty damn good on there. I've been wanting to put one on it. And I ran 2 circuit breakers on this one too. Okay. I couldn't remember how many I ran on this bike. He's about right there. We might put a little dab in it. We'll put a little dab of Earl in it. I think I got a half a quart over here. Some of that good old 50 weight. Put a little dab in her, y'all, a little dab. We'll dab it on up. I don't dab anymore, but my bike still dabs. A little for my mammy, a little for my pappy, a little bit more, we all be happy. Yeah. Put this whole half in there. It's thick, so it takes a minute to pour. I like to run 60 weight in this one, but my old buddy Sam down at S&G Cycles, he was out. Y'all hear me talk about old Sam Goodman every now and then. He's my buddy. He done at S&G Cycles, been down there over 40 years. If y'all watch Bikes and Beards, that's a huge channel. Sean, hell, he's got over 1 million followers on his channel. He's huge. Well, he's here in Tennessee now. Hell, I want to say he's down in Columbia, maybe Lewisburg, Franklin, but he's real close to me. But he's too big for a little old channel like me. I might run into him one day out in public and get to talk to him. But anyway, he was just down at, y'all go watch his last video. He got a 78 iron head in the crate. It came from the factory, boxed up in the crate. He bought it that way. He's done that in 5 or 6 boxes. Well, he took it down to my buddy Sam down there and had Sam take a look at it for him. Well, that's where my pan head's at, in case y'all wondering where my pan head is. Yeah, that's where it is. But I talked to Sam yesterday. My pan head's on the lift right now. The motor's getting put back together. So y'all gonna see my baby back real soon. I know y'all tired of hearing me talk about it. If you want to see my pan head, go back and look through some of my older shorts. I got one on there, and all I'm doing is kickstarting it, riding it out of here to go for a ride. Hell, it's up to almost 80,000 views, I think. The video on this bike's over 260,000 views, so that's pretty cool. I know one thing I gotta do. Is I'm gonna have to start making mounts under these fenders, little tabs to hold the wiring and not run the wire under my seat, because it's done eat up my damn, I done it on this one. My painter will love to see that. I done eat the paint up down here. See how many layers he's got to put on it just to get that pin, that line right there? He has to paint it that color first. Then he has to paint the silver base on it for my metallic flake in it. Sorry. Then he puts my root beer down. So when I screw up his paint, it pisses him off to no end. Because he puts in a lot of work, man, to paint my bikes for me. But that's under the seat. You can't see it, so I ain't tripping. All right, so we're good on oil, guys. We're good. We got plenty of Earl. Plenty of Earl. Let's see where my battery is. See where my battery is at. My battery. Check my battery. How you think they say battery up in Canada? How y'all say that, Ralph? Battery. Battery. 12.5. I'll take it. I'm not going to check the stator on it because I ain't going to jump up there and start it. I know it's charging. I ain't ever put this bike on a tender in 6 months. So that tells me the battery's charging. All right, battery's good, oil's good. Let's pull them plugs. Let's take a look at them right quick and then just go around and tighten some stuff up. Gonna tighten some stuff up. Then I gotta take that toolbox right there, all the shit out of it, pack certain shit in it. If you're planning on going on a chopper run, you'll want to carry a spare belt with you. Why did I say that like the Duke? I don't know. And you can strap a spare belt anywhere on your bike, man, as long as you got a spare belt on there. You zip tie that some of this to your handlebars, as long as you got one. Because ain't nothing worse than a belt breaking and you're down. Now, for those of y'all, maybe that live up north, this is probably something you do when springtime rolls around. Make sure your chain's lubricated, check your chain tension, make sure your axles are tight. Make sure your pulleys are tight, motor mounts are tight, tank's tight, you got no play in it. You know, because shit vibrates loose on these things. Oil tank brackets, none of those are broke. If you don't run a fuel filter, you might want to pop your bowl off, clean it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but not bad, I'll take it. The gap should be fine on it. I gapped these not long ago. $32,000. Excuse me. $32,000, I'll take it. Oh, hey, Ralph. I took that fuel filter off that Super E over there. I'm leaving it on this Super B. Since I don't have an accelerator pump, this Super B don't want as much fuel. But this tank's been sealed. I need to seal that tank. I just ain't ever got around to doing it. Hell, I'm not even done building that bike yet, almost, but I've done one shakedown ride on it. All right, what did I want to do? Oil, good. Battery, good. Plugs, good. Light working. Brake light works, good. Now, just check a few things while we're at it. That's a 9/16. Can't turn it by hand. Them ain't gonna loosen up, so I don't gotta check them. So I did that. Inch and 5/16. I can't turn it by hand, so it's good. I'm hoping these are still good, because I Loctite these. She's good. Damn. That's enough when it turns. That's what I mean, man. Stuff will loosen up on you. Just go through here. And grab shit. Good. Good. Exhaust brackets are good. Exhaust is good. Brake bracket's good. This ain't falling off. All right. I think my baby is ready to go on that chopper run. I'm looking forward to it. I know I didn't do a whole lot. Basically, I mean, you could call this a springtime checklist. It's not. It's not a springtime checklist because I live in the South and my riding season goes all year long, so I periodically do that to these bikes, especially when I ride them. Hardtail kit for the teal colored bike, the soft tail, the one you guys like so much, that Evo. Scheduled to be here Friday, I think. But I got a long trip coming up. I gotta go east, then I gotta go west, and then I'll be home for a little while. So this might be the only video you guys see. You might not see one from me for a couple weeks. And if that's the case, let me get all this in. Got to holler at my boy Slick at Shovelhead Custom Cycles. Got to talk to him today. That was cool. He's doing good. Y'all know he's got that slab side Shovelhead up there. He's going to do some content on that. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So y'all go check him out. Slick at Shovelhead Custom Cycles. Go check out Ralph, but it's my time, let's go. He just got Gus's engine fired up in his last video. That was pretty cool. You know, we've been watching him build that Shovelhead motor. I mean, 100% rebuild. They put Wisco pistons in it. Really good quality build. And that motor sounded good and healthy. So go check his channel out. And man, check out Rolling with Old T-Bone, Edzilla, Old Thunder Chopper Club, Terry Massey. Who am I forgetting? My buddy, What the Rust, was been missing you, man. You hadn't put a video out in a couple of weeks, but y'all put out a good long one yesterday. He's my homeboy. He lives locally here, not far from me. I'm not exactly sure where he lives. But I actually found out Kevin Baxter lives real close to Dixon here too. Y'all know Kevin. Y'all should know who Kevin Baxter is. He's got a huge channel, 60, 70,000 subscribers, I think, man. He's really into performance engines. Shout out to Sassy Shovel and her old man. What's up, guys? I wished I could have made it up there to Ollie with you guys. It looked like you had a good time with Slick up there. Rusty Shovel, big time up in Pittsburgh. Big Kurt, big time. What's up, man? I know I ain't called you, bro, but work with me, man. Damn, I'm so busy, bro. I'm gonna get at you big time, I promise. Bender, what's up, man? Michael Lanelli, I think, from over, I believe you're over in Australia. What's up, man? I see you in my comments all the time. And to everybody that watched my last video, that was some guy commented on there, hey man, you just lost a subscriber. I was here for the motorcycles. I was like, well, hell, I was working on a motorcycle while I told the story. Man, there was 7 or 8 subscribers jumped in there, dude, and just gave him the business, man. So thank y'all for standing up for me, man. Yes, I have turned my life around. I'm a totally different person than what I was back then. Unfortunately, drugs and alcohol took me down through there, made me be a monster. Today, I'm not a monster. You know, today it's all about do right, be kind to others, ride choppers, and repeat. But anyway, man, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I'm absolutely grateful to you guys. We're coming up on 6,600 subscribers. That's huge for me. I got a lot of stuff planned this summer for the channel. I recently just bought a GoPro mount for my helmet. I bought an external microphone. I know I've got all the gear to make phenomenal videos like Slick does. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I just don't know if I'm willing to sit down and edit for 2 days to make a video. You know, these raw and real videos seem to be doing pretty good, but I am fixing to sit down with somebody, I'm not gonna say who, and it's gonna be a crash course on how to edit these videos, and I'm gonna start giving it a try. But if it starts burning up too much of my time editing, we're gonna go back to the old school way of just filming them like I am right here on my phone. But if I missed you, I'm sorry. Every subscriber is important to me. I read every comment, guys, I promise you. And if I don't leave a written comment, I like it, and I hit the little heart emoji just to let you know I read it. So if you leave me a comment, please know that I read it. Sometimes I have time to respond to it. Sometimes I'm at work when I see it, and I just like heart, and I apologize. So there's no rhyme or reason to the ones that I may respond to. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I hope it's not 2 weeks before you see me again, but it very well could be. And if that's the case, be kind and chop around. Tune in next time for another episode of this Sketchy Chopper shit at the home of the Sketchy Chopper. Hippie's Chopper Corner, everybody. And don't forget, check out Slickhead Custom Cycles. He's the man. We gone.